All right, y'all. Top of the morning. Let's get this shit over with. Fatal Fury. Yeah, it all sounds good, the name and all catchy. Let's just get into it. And before I get into it, let me just say, all three of those fights were garbage. All three of those fights were garbage. And that I mentioned, all three of those fights were garbage. Let me start it off. I'll say this. Racist Teofimo Lopez had probably the better performance out of everybody else. All that masterclass of boxing shit, I definitely didn't see no masterclass of boxing, but I do feel like he did more in his fight than everybody else did. Okay, out of the so-called superstars, the stars that were supposed to win. All right, either way, fuck T.O. anyway. Fuck him. Fuck him and fuck Barboza for letting him even win. But fuck both of fuck T.O. I'm not praising shit. Y'all know what the fuck I'm really here for, don't you? But, you know, that's that. Devin Haney. More annoying than how he fought was the commentators. I swear one of the commentators said like 4 times, I don't mean to sound like a broken record. Like, bitch, you do. He kept saying the same thing over and over. Antonio Tarver kept repeating himself over and over. You know, Lampley on commentary, Lampley did what Lampley normally does. Okay. When you have been doing something for that many years like he has, you don't forget how to do the shit. No. But yeah, bottom line, it was obvious. It was obvious, painfully obvious, that Devin Haney was being extra cautious. He was trying to not get hit by anything at all. But to the point where he was limiting his offense, he was purposely killing a whole lot of the clock. Where if I'm not getting hit, he's not scoring points, he can't win the round. But then what I'll do is I'll fight in spurts throughout the rounds, and I'll make sure I'm landing where, hey, I'm outlanding him. So guess what happens now? He wins that fight easily. Okay, but it was a very underwhelming performance. Now the reality is, it doesn't matter what people are saying about he should be doing this and he should be doing that and he should be, I don't understand why he, like Antonio Tarver, I saw you fight like that at times, not moving so much, but even when you fought Bernard Hopkins, you wasn't always letting your hands go. You wasn't sure about what you were supposed to be doing. You know, I've seen that shit happen to different fighters. Now, the way Devin Haney, yeah, we know what Ryan did and everything, but Devin Haney himself understood, hey, I got to take accountability for, the way I fought and the shots that I was, able to get, that I was getting hit with. One thing I can say, okay, even to know that, it's still different for fighters once they get in there. So after getting knocked down 3 times like that, now it could have been more of a, all right, I just want to seal the deal, make sure I get the win, and then, okay, then when I get in there with Ryan, that's when I'm really going to let it out. That don't always work. Because a lot of times what happens is you go in there and just the flashbacks, the whole experience of, getting hit and getting hurt and getting dropped several times. Some fighters are never the same afterwards. I didn't expect anything. They kept saying, I expected more out of Haney. I didn't expect anything. I told you, you got to take a fight on a fight-by-fight basis. You do not know what a fighter is going to do come fight night. Have I not said that a million times? So people can have all their expectations. My expectations have nothing to do with what the fighter's going to actually do. So if I'm saying I expected more out of Haney, or I thought Haney was good. I don't know what the fuck Haney's going to do. I just know what happened, that the fact that he's in a fight, and what happened in the Ryan fight is over. That's that. It's about going forward. In terms of his ability, I don't know if this is the Devin Haney we're going to see from now on, or if this was just, okay, first night back, they both been out of the ring the same amount of time. And I said before, when they were talking about Devin should take remember the stupid ass advice that was given. Devin should take the same amount of time off as Ryan and wait and then fight Ryan. I'm like, that's stupid, man. Because Ryan got suspended. And I said the only way that Devin should really take some time off is if he needed, in terms of recovering. Other than that, why would he not fight just because Ryan isn't? Because keeping sharp and keeping busy is what you need to do, right? Okay. Now, here's my thing. Fighters love to blame it on ring rust. They love to blame it on inactivity, but they talk all of this shit leading up to a fight. Which means once you get your ass in there, after talking all this shit, the last thing that should come out of your mouth is ring rust, inactivity. You bitch-made fighters, man. These dudes is soft. I don't care what none of y'all say. These motherfuckers ain't built like no Sugar Ray Leonard. They not built like Marvin Hagler. They not built like Hearns and Wilfredo Benitez and, Roberto Duran. They're not built like them dudes, man. Y'all can talk all that bullshit y'all want. These guys are just the best of their divisions in boxing at the current time. Like, these dudes are soft, man. They're all scary as fuck. And we're talking about guys that's all in their prime. We're not talking about over the hill fighter, fighters that are shells of themselves. They're over there, at an age with it. No, these dudes are all in their fucking 20s. Just saying, man. At the end of the day, This card was trash, man. This card was trash. But Devin Haney, tentative, like I said, trying to not get hit with anything, which is that's what it is. Get hit and not be hit. But he was limiting his own offense. Jittery. The footwork, the movement was there, but this wasn't that controlled footwork where, he wasn't working off his jab like he was supposed to, like he should have. Control it with his jab, work off that jab, keep his head off the center line. I don't like how Devin at times was dropping his hand low. That's how Ryan counted him a couple of times over the top, with him leaning forward with his hand down low enough when Ryan would counter over top, and he was still doing that shit, and I'm like, okay. Now, what he definitely should do is sit down and watch this fight and understand and see what he's doing wrong. Because even though he won the fight easily, not just the fact that it was an underwhelming performance, but everybody, all the big names, had a fighter in front of them that they were supposed to beat. That's what people are not understanding. They were supposed to beat. Now, he won. Racist T.O. won. I can't wait to get to this motherfucker. But, okay, bottom line, they were supposed to win. Now, he got the win, and that's what's important. But Devin never looked relaxed. He never looked comfortable. He never looked confident that he could throw his jab and work off of it. Now, he was throwing that right hand hard as fuck. He probably is a little stronger at this weight, at a heavier weight, because he's not draining himself to fight at the smaller weights. And that might help him, might be a thing, to help him hit harder. Now, one thing I will say too, people talk about Devin ran. Yeah, that's what he did. He went and ran all night. Yeah, but at the same time, okay, his opponent didn't do shit to cut off the ring. All he did was follow them around the ring. These fighters don't know how to cut off a ring. And if you from this generation and this is what you're used to, that's what you would think. Well, how you gonna cut off a ring? This a dude moving? No, bitch. That's I'm telling you, these dudes do not understand the sweet science, man. They don't. They do not understand the sweet science. And Devin is far better. We know this. A confident Devin, we've seen what Devin can do. So it's obvious, he was trying so hard to win this fight, to look good, but he didn't look so good. He just did it, what he had to do to win the fight. And going forward, Devin got to get back to being Devin. But his confidence for it to come back is going to come back however him, his dad, his team can get him back there. Bill was even telling him, in the corner, like, all right, yeah, great, keep moving, but work off the jab. I need you to settle down, though. I need you, because he wasn't sitting down on his punches. It was in spurts. He would sit down on his punches. He had certain rounds where he would do a little more, but he never really just went in there and went for the kill. And it's not that he had to go for the knockout. So when I say go for the kill, I don't necessarily mean go for the knockout, but really, I'm gonna put it on this dude. I'm about to turn up, and he never did it. Now, we saw that he got the legs to go for 12 rounds. He could get in there moving, okay, but he wasn't really he didn't put any hurt on Ramirez. In fact, Ramirez wasn't even scratched, bruised up or nothing, whatever, neither one of them, obviously, but Ramirez didn't do anything special, man. And it's not like Ramirez is the best opponent out there. But coming off of the type of fight he came off of, that's what we said. We want to see which Dev is going to show up. Does he still have it? I feel like he still has the capability physically, but comfortability inside, belief in his skill set, that's where I'm like, I don't know. We'll have to see. So, whether his next fight is with racists or not, whoever it is, Dev needs to shine. Whether it's by decision or knockout win, he needs to shine. And he needs to get his confidence back, and it's not going to come because I say he should or you say he should or anybody. It's going to be him, the things he do in the gym, the things he do in the ring. When people sit here and talk about ring rush, it's like, what the fuck were you doing? Just sitting up, not training? Of course not. No, these motherfuckers were training. You see how muscular Devin looked in that fight? Okay, he looked even bigger than Ramirez, right? And basically, he looked like he's more powerful at this weight. But having the speed, having the ability to get the shot there, but not having the physical ability, but not trusting that you can do it, it is going to be an issue, okay? Or can be an issue. But like I said, if he understands what he needs to, if he understands the assignment and get back to the Dev that we know, he'll be fine. And yeah, and here's the thing. I don't know remember what he rehydrated up to, but if 147 is gonna be his new home, if it's gonna be the new home for Ryan and Rolly and them, this is easy money for Boots. This is easy money for Boots if he stick around at that weight. This shit will look like child abuse if Boots fought any one of them. I told y'all that before, Devin included. They can't beat Boots, man. None of them can't fuck with Boots. Boots will beat the fuck out of all of them, man. So yeah, we saw a tentative Devin Haney. I can't say he's a shot fighter. I don't know that. Like I said, the ability is still there. Physically, he can still do it. You can see that. The speed is there and everything. But, and like I said, the Ramirez, let me tell you something. If Paulie Malignaggi fought the same way, Ramirez still puts more pressure and throws more punches and tries to get the shots off because Paulie can't punch. So it's obvious he felt something on them shots too. Like I said, Dev always had respectable power. Meaning he can hit you with some shit and make you go, okay, I can't just run in on this dude like that. So, Ramirez didn't do nothing special either. It takes two to fight, man. And, you know, yeah, he ran a lot, he moved a lot. It pretty much did less fighting, did more moving. But Ramirez don't know how to cut off a ring, as I said. That's that dull-ass fight. Okay? T.O.'s fight was dull as fuck, too. Like I said, he just did more in his fight than the other two guys. Now, let's move on to racist, lying, crying Ryan Garcia. I'm gonna cook this fucking duck and all his fucking racist fans as well. I pulled the video because my camera, my phone, it got so hot it had stopped recording. So I'm like, all right, I don't feel like making a part 2 to this shit. So let me just go on. And I'm like, you motherfuckers are already putting Ryan Garcia in the ring with Jerron Boots Ennis. This motherfucker haven't even fought Rolly yet. He ain't even had a rematch with Devin yet. And here y'all trying to build this dude up. Jim Lampley at one point said this guy is a superstar. What's the other dude name? The other white dude, Teddy Atlas, superstar. All of these people, superstar. Eddie Hearn, he's a superstar. Remember, y'all wanted to do all of this. Just skip the suspension, man. Fuck it. It happened. You know, hey, man, it's good for the sport. It's you know, Ryan, y'all tried to make this dude to be some something. He's not. He's no superstar. He's a fucking internet star. That's what Ryan is, a fucking internet star. I told you motherfuckers, Ryan is not a good boxer. He's average. Let me explain something to y'all once again. Y'all going by fucking today's standards of what a so-called good boxer is. This is the shit that y'all are stuck in. First of all, if y'all think that motherfucker, any one of y'all that think he's a good boxer, go watch Sugar Ray Leonard fight. Go watch Wilfredo Benitez. Go watch Thomas Hearns. Go watch all of them fight. Right? Now, we know, and I posted the video, that there was a guy, what's his name? Kirkland Lane, that beat a 31-year-old Roberto Duran. Shit does happen at times. Okay? Frankie Randall, who was a good fighter but wasn't that well known, he defeated Julio Cesar Chavez. And that shit came out of nowhere because nobody really thought that Frankie Randall had a chance to win, and he beat him. Okay, but go watch them. Go watch these dudes in their primes. Go watch them when they was with these motherfuckers' age, especially, and you look and you see a complete difference with a good boxer versus flash and flair. I said he's not a good boxer. Shannon Briggs said he's not a good boxer. James Toney said he's not a good boxer. Michael Morris said he's not a good boxer. And several other fucking people. Let me explain something to you guys, man. Ryan Garcia is not a good boxer. Let me say it again. He's flash and flair. He has hand speed. He has some quickness. Okay? And basically, you mistake moving around, posing, and posturing for fucking boxing. Where's the double and triple jab at? Huh? Where's the fake jab to the body? Where's the jab to the body? The fake to the body. Come up to the top. You know, throw the sweeping hook, step around. Where's all? There's none of this shit. Man, this motherfucker overrated hype job. See, look at his last performance, and all he did was for the dude that fought stupidly. All he did was for the dude packed full of fucking steroids. All he did was cheated. Motherfucker didn't make weight, didn't honor his contract, disgraced himself, disgraced the sport of boxing, and basically his bullshit race fans, their dumbasses supported no matter whatever he fucking did. It just go to show you how many scumbags is on this earth. But y'all did all this talking. He gonna beat this big nose nigga. He gonna beat this big flared wide nostril nigga. I told y'all about the little situation the other night, and we offered these motherfuckers to meet up. Cause it's like, no, fuck Devin Haney. Fuck the dumb shit. You on some racist shit talking to black dudes. We ain't bitch ass niggas. We ain't nothing like what the fuck these motherfuckers are like. We will handle you for real. See, and the reason why we should do it in the gym is so nobody go to fuck to jail. Cause we can go in there, motherfucker. We can just fucking fight for real. Fuck gloves. Like, just go in there and fight in the gym, lock the fucking doors, and let's see how fucking, let's see. I want you to call me a nigga to my face. That's what I want you to do. I want you to come in this motherfucker. Once we get there, ain't no need to talk. But I want you to, all that tough shit y'all talking now, behind the keyboard and on this mic, I want you to, let's make this happen. No, nobody want that smoke. See, all of that shit that was talked, y'all putting this motherfucker in fights that he like, oh, he gonna go smoke Rolly. That's because y'all know Rolly was like a cherry pick. Oh, but nah, man, they said back in the day, I don't give a fuck what they said. Yeah, they were gonna end up fighting at 147. Right. We watched this dude Barbosa go in there and beat the shit out of Rolly Romero. We watched Isaac Pitbull Cruz beat the shit out of Rolly Romero. But styles make fights. I don't give a fuck. This nigga lost to Rolly fucking Romero. And here's the thing. If you thought Rolly had a chance to win, it would have to be by knockout, right? Rolly was able to drop him in the second round. Didn't finish him off. But he outboxed this motherfucker. You telling me this motherfucker can box? Do you understand what real boxing is? Obviously not. This motherfucker way taller than Rolly. Rolly's feints, his movement, and he kept that right hand up high, where he couldn't land his bread and butter. His left hook. Rolly caught that motherfucker with a nice double left hook. Dropped him. He can't play chess or checkers. He's just flash and flare. And if he can't beat you to the punch, he clams up. How the fuck is he a good boxer? And he doesn't know how to set traps. He doesn't. Only thing that Ryan has going for him, hand speed, have some pop on his punch. So if he can beat you to the punch and be first, if he can catch you, make you reach, and have you fighting stupidly, then yeah, Ryan is no good. First of all, what good boxer has he ever beaten? What great boxer has he ever beaten? What Hall of Fame fighter has he ever beaten? What all-time great has he ever beaten? See, for that matter, Chris Colbert showed a more complete arsenal than Ryan Garcia. Are we going to say Chris Colbert is a good fighter? No. What appeared to be a good fighter. What happens when you step up in competition and you can't win? So I can beat C and D level dudes, but I can't beat a B minus, a B plus, a A minus, a A plus. Then no, you're really not that good. I told you this dude is average. See what happens when you're not on fucking PED'S? You see what happens when you go in there and have to fight clean? Now you tell me, all of that shit he was talking before he fought Dev, all that yelling and hollering and posing and all this stupid shit he was doing, how deep this motherfucker voice was, everybody even noticed it. Like, this nigga head even got smaller. His physique got smaller. What the fuck? And all of a sudden, this is a different Ryan. See what happens when you make weight and honor your contract like you're supposed to? Huh? See what happens when you just as weight drained as your opponent? Now, I'm looking at Rolly. Rolly looked like he's stronger at this weight. He's more even muscular at this weight. And what he was able to do, and being strong on top of that. Mind you, Tank Davis stopped both of these motherfuckers. He legit had Rolly on Bammy legs, dropped him, stopped him. Referee like, nah, man, I'm not gonna let you go out there and get killed. It's done. Ryan quit like a little bitch. And y'all think this motherfucker's a good boxer. Y'all talked all this racist shit. No, y'all want to see he's going to beat Rolly, and then he's going to... My whole thing with Rolly is I didn't have any confidence in Rolly. Rolly is not a consistent fighter. But I'm like, he got the power to knock this dude out. He got the power that he got, the thing with Rolly is if Rolly's going to go in there and fight a smart, disciplined fight, or is he going to go in there and get anxious and start doing a bunch of stupid shit, like, or whatever, just some half-ass shit, just find a way to get caught that left hook. Because Rolly is not a consistent fighter. Rolly himself, ain't what people try to make him be. Why did people start to really like Rolly? Because of his antics and bullshit. This generation is into stupid shit. Stupid. You could just talk shit. Rolly talked y'all into thinking he was going to beat Tank. So, you know what I'm saying? Bottom line, Rolly has potential, but have we seen Rolly rack up some fuck? Like, who has Rolly ever beaten that's good? Who has he ever beaten that's a Hall of Famer? Huh? An all-time great? Who? Nobody. Yet we walk around calling these guys something that they're not. That's why I'm telling you, this generation don't impress me. Man, listen, I'm looking at these fucking fighters and I'm just like, I'm watching from the first to the last round. I'm watching, and I'm looking at Rolly. I'm looking at what he's doing. I'm like, yeah, he got that right hand up. He's not leading with his chin, and he's not giving Ryan anything. Ryan has to fucking create, holes and everything. Ryan doesn't understand how to control distance. All Ryan does is try to stay on the outside. And he tries to come in quickly with his speed and try to beat you to the punch. And if Ryan can't do that, Ryan doesn't know how to create openings. Ryan doesn't know, how to let me control the distance from the outside. Okay, I can touch him from long distance. I can touch him at mid-range. I can touch him up close. That's not what Ryan does. Ryan isn't good at that. So for Ryan to not be good at that, what are we saying he's a good boxer? What does he do? I mean, he has a powerful left hook, whether he throws it to the head or to the body. He doesn't. Where was the 1-2 at? Here you a taller guy. All you depending on, he was using the jab sporadically, but it's like you're not. Where's the fucking jab right hand? Where's the double jab? Rolly's gonna lean backwards, double jab up top, right to the body. Keep it long. Back up with the one, bam, come like nothing. He was doing the same fucking shit over and over and over and over. I mean, and I'm just like, the same shit that's not working, he just keeps doing it. Rolly didn't do anything really special. What Rolly did was kept his right hand up high like he was supposed to. He's not as long as Ryan, but he was able to, match him with being able to throw, his punches fast enough and hard enough to where Ryan was reluctant to come in. Oh, it's the year off. I think it all affected me. Nah, bitch. You ain't got no fucking PED'S in your system, you little skinny bitch. That's why the fuck you went in there and fought clean. And you know what you showed everybody? You just an average motherfucker, like I've been saying. Oh, but see, when guys like James Toney, who y'all respect as Hall of Fame fighters, and when they say this shit, Michael Moorer, somehow they don't know what they talking about. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And they said the same shit I said, and I said that shit before hearing them say that shit. And I told you guys, I never thought much of Ryan Garcia. I've always saw him as an average fucking fighter. Look, people said Shane Mosley's a good boxer. No, he's not. He's a boxer puncher. Shane Mosley is similar in the sense, if you watch Shane tries to outquick you. And his father, Jack, out of all the instructions that he's ever given Shane, you know what I hear him say the most to Shane? Shane, let your hands go. You too fast for this guy, man. Because Shane will sit there and just dip his head, take stupid shots to try to land one hard shot. He think he's so fast and hits so hard that when he hits you, you're not going to be able to take it. Then Shane find himself always in trouble with boxers. Not punchers, boxers. I'm like, no, Shane is not a good boxer. Shane is a boxer puncher. Let's leave the word good off of saying boxer. He's just to say he's a boxer puncher. Okay? Or if you want to say he's a good boxer puncher. Really, Shane, he had the speed, he had the power. Timing was an issue for Shane. Shane also didn't know how to control distance. You understand what I'm saying? But Shane was better than Ryan, don't get me wrong. and took a punch better than Ryan as well. And definitely had more dog than Ryan. But Shane Mosley, like my point, when you look at all the people he fought, that's why they try to make excuses. Oh, well, he was 38 when he fought Floyd, right? He was older when he fought Pacquiao, but somehow he was just a great fighter that lost to a greater fighter, right? He fought Canelo after he fought Pacquiao, but somehow his age didn't come into play. Well, was it his age when he lost to Vernon Forrest? Was it his age when he lost to Miguel Cotto? You understand what I'm saying? Come on, man. I mean, like, let's be real. There's fighters that he showed you he can't. Or everybody Shane lost to was a boxer. Not one of them was known to be like a puncher. Like they were all boxers. That's who he had a problem with. And I always said, nah, man, Shane is good, but stop talking like Shane is no Ray Leonard. He's no Mayweather. He's no Pac. Stop it. He's not that. And he showed it. I didn't say this shit to take credit from him. I can't take credit from him. He accomplished what he accomplished. I look at Shane Mosley, and Shane was a dude, whoever he fought, I wanted to see him win. Bottom line. But I'm honest about shit. I'm like, nah, Shane got too many holes in his game. Too many flaws. Now, Mayweather was a different story. I'm like, when he fought Mayweather, same with Zab Judah. Zab Judah was a good fighter, man. But there's levels. There's levels. Zab Judah, problem is, Zab didn't have that dog in him, man. Zab would pretend he got hit low. Zab would, come on, stop it. This, see, you know what's crazy, man? I feel like a lot of times I'm in the world alone when it comes to just being honest and straight up. And I ain't gonna change that shit for nobody. There's levels to this shit. What the fuck? Now, out of everybody I just named, just think. What the fuck has Ryan won? What has Ryan accomplished? Who the fuck has Ryan beat? That's why when I said Chris Colbert is flashy, he's flash and flare. But I don't see any real technical boxing skills with Chris Colbert. Was I fucking wrong? And when I look at Ryan Garcia, that's what I see. Flash and flare. Hand speed. Good power. In his left hand. He can hurt you with the right if he catch you right as well. But he doesn't know how to put the punches together. He tries to land one hard shot, and basically, of course, any fighter they catch you and snap your head back. Yeah, okay, let's follow up with something. You know what I'm saying? But he doesn't know, like I said, how to set traps. Even when he try to slap a shot down, do you see any pull counters? Do you see him parry shots and work off catch the fucking shot with his fucking forearm, bam, bam, and shoot off of that shit? You know, do you see him head fake the jab, come with the left hook, bam, come with no, where's that shit at? Nothing. No creativity. No, nothing. His instincts is just to simply be first. As good as Manny Pacquiao was, I told you, Pacquiao's speed, his movement, was his biggest asset in his conditioning. Because if you look at Manny Pacquiao in terms of technical skills, like being able to break you down head, body, Manny Pacquiao was a complete fighter. But I said, the person that's going to give Manny Pacquiao problems, it doesn't, they were saying a counterpuncher can't beat him. The reason they were saying that is because he kept getting the decision over Marquez. I said, no, it's not that a counterpuncher can't beat him. I said, Marquez don't have the hand speed to where to fight him as a counterpuncher, Marquez can't be just solely a counterpuncher. He's going to have to be first at times, but he's going to have to do it smart. And he's going to have to do it where when Pacquiao tries to throw punches on those weird angles, he steps away. And as they reset, he's got to be first in those moments. He got to take... Boxing is a game of seconds and inches, man. People don't understand that shit because y'all not fighters. Y'all don't understand this shit. Y'all ain't never been in there. That's why y'all not talking off experience. Y'all just talking off of watching boxing and people telling you shit and listening to what people say. When it goes against a fighter that you want to boo, and yeah, even such and such said it. No, I don't give a fuck Even if Michael Moorer, if James Toney, if Shannon Briggs, if any of them would have said the opposite and say he's a good fighter, I'd be like, nah, y'all full of shit. He's not a good boxer. This dude is not a good boxer. This fucking big mouth, big duck, do all this fucking talking. Oh, no excuses, man. You know, Rolly was the better man. Rolly was the better man. But then you stand up there and say, yeah, I think the year off, it took a lot out of me. Nah, bitch. Not being on them fucking PED'S took a lot out of you. Yeah, you ain't had them fruity pebbles in your system this time, motherfucker. If you go and say no excuses, stick with no excuses. Take the Anthony Joshua route. Look, man, the better man won. Simple. I was fine. That's that. Just gotta, you know, go back and do it again. This motherfucker not even talking about, like talking like that, like Devin Haney is the next fight. And I said, well, here's my thing. You see the video when I told you Rolly understands his place? He was trained to what to say. I believe they probably talked to this motherfucker off camera and told him some shit. You know why? Notice what he said. He repeated again what he said in that interview. What did this motherfucker say? He said he thinks that, and they asked him, what's next for you, Rod? I don't even know what's next, man. I don't know. And he says, I think that Devin Haney and you know, Ryan should fight for, you know, for a big one, make some big money or something to that effect. Now, you just won. What fighter do you know that win? And instead of saying, nah, man, fuck that. Fuck that. The fight was Devin Haney versus Ryan. I just beat Ryan. So it should be me versus hey, I won my fight. Devin won his fight. No, that motherfucker said, I don't know. You don't think that the motherfuckers talked about this shit? Whether it was Turkey Al-Sheik's involvement, whether another promoter, whether it was him and Ryan, you don't think that this motherfucker, and think about it. In the interview, he said, before the fight that I talked about, he said, that's not how you do business, man. They're promoting that fight already, and we haven't even fought yet. So you don't feel disrespected? It's obvious you do. He said people was counting him out. People was disrespecting him, counting him. Okay, motherfucker. So was Ryan Garcia. Because for this motherfucker to be talking about Devin Haney, he's on stage arguing with Bill and Devin. And you are taking your place, fall back, even though I just beat this motherfucker, let him eat my food. When you are a little bitch, that's the kind of stuff that you do. You go in the ring full of steroids. You're a fucking liar. Let's think about this shit. This motherfucker did all that nigga this, nigga that. I'm anti-black, I'm KKK. I wish I could pull up George Floyd and kill that nigga again. If I was the cops, I wouldn't put my knee on the neck. I'd have shot that nigga. All of this stuff that this motherfucker said and did, right? He ain't apologized to no black people. He ain't apologized to the family of George Floyd. Derek James is just a little bitch. That's why he was able to do what he did. And here's the thing. During the fight, did y'all notice that one of the commentators said, so is this relationship with Ryan Garcia and Derek James a permanent thing or just short term? Ain't that who this motherfucker been with all this time? And then what did you hear the other commentators say? Well, I don't know, because I was told that he was trying to get trained by Eddie Reynoso, but Eddie Reynoso was busy with Canelo. Yeah, reaching out, want to keep it all Mexican, huh, motherfucker? Yeah. Somebody asked Derek James after the fight, what you think about the fight? He ain't had no comment. Yeah. You're a clown. You're a bozo, Derek James. You're a fucking disgrace, man. I'm sitting here right now. My son is over here. They got a track and field. It's a special event. They work with other kids and stuff like that. I'm sitting here because I'm a father. This is what I do. And I'm sitting here. After this video, I'm gonna go over there, chill. You know, support my son and the team, what they doing over there. He plays basketball. When basketball season is over, he does track and field. You know, this is his last year in high school, and he's going to college next September or whatever. Okay, and I'm proud of my son. I love my son. My son has dealt with racist shit, and he stood up to it like a man, like he's supposed to, and let them know, don't take my kindness for a weakness. My son is no pushover. I don't teach either one of my sons to be bullies. I don't teach them to be racist. I don't teach them to my sons is please and thank you. Appreciate that's my sons. But none of my sons are no pushovers. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, they see everything I teach them. And I teach them how to man up with this shit and how to, and always protect yourself. Never let nobody violate you. But don't get caught up in petty shit. So my son ain't out here hanging the street and bullshit, and he's out here doing shit. My other son works, and he's also going back, going to school back this semester that comes. And that's not what make you a good person because you go to college. Because you can be the biggest asshole, and most rich people are assholes. And the more success people find, I'm better than you. I make this amount of money a year. I'm that. That's not what it's about at all. And I sit back and I look, and I'm just thinking about this because I see all different skin tones out here. I see different nationalities out here. And all I'm focused on is that my son has fun with what he's doing, enjoy what he's doing, and make the most of it. There's no point in life where all of a sudden a certain amount of money start coming in. Oh, now you got a house. People think like all of a sudden now all the things I wanted to achieve, now my life starts. Now I can be happy. No, it's the journey getting there as well. Man, all the shit that you want, you might not be able to do that shit until you're like late 30s or some shit. It all depends. You never know what your situation is going to be. Things happen, man. You go to college, you go on campus, and all of a sudden you're dealing with racism, you're dealing with all types of shit. I just watched a situation where a black female said she was sleeping, and her white roommate urinated on her while she was sleeping. And she went to the school about it. They claimed that they was going to have, she wanted to move out that room. They should have kicked the other chick out the room instead of her. But they was going to have an escort for her to make sure everything went right. Oh, they were taking this matter shit. They ain't taking shit. They ain't do nothing. Nothing happened to that girl. And this is what I'm telling you. And I'm going to say this again. See, there's been a huge misconception about black people because video, the news, whatever it may be, always want to show you the most ignorant black people. They always want to show you the black people at airports fighting each other. They always want to show you the worst. And they forget it's a lot of educated, there's a lot of very intelligent, militant motherfuckers like myself that will break you the fuck up. And we not taking that shit from nobody. This girl urinated on another human being and didn't get her fucking jaw broke, didn't get slammed on her fucking head. And the chick telling the story was just like, I couldn't believe she did that. And, I saw, but they're not doing anything about it. And I'm just, I'm moving it. So what happens if they match you up with another fucking racist roommate? See, they see black men doing, they out here fighting each other. They out here killing each other. Huh? So when that racist bitch made that comment, niggas, they mad because I'm saying the ER, but niggas sending other niggas to the ER. Yeah, and I told you, rubbing this shit in you stupid motherfuckers' faces. All you dumbass motherfucking rappers that be coming out with these fighters and talking all this shit about murder, kill. This is exactly what I'm talking about. No unity amongst black folks. This is what they see. You know how little of a person you got to think. You got to be completely fearless. Like, this motherfucker ain't going to do nothing. He's an absolute bitch. I'm going to piss on this motherfucker. Huh? To spit on somebody is one of the ultimate insults you hear people say, but you urinated on this girl. Let's put the shoe on the foot and that black girl urinated on that white girl. This is America. We know what would have happened. We know what would have happened. Then they always want to show these femboys, these black dudes that want to be women instead of being men. These black dudes that's always crying and complaining about their rights and this and that. And yeah, so they looking like these black dudes is soft. Ain't nothing tough about these niggas. Then they come across a motherfucker like me. And they like, he's a new kind of black. Like, he's like a super nigga. This is a super black. He's a different breed. You fucking right, I'm a different breed. Yeah, Case in point, as human beings, that's not how the fuck we should live, walking around being racist towards each other, and we gotta make racial slurs and all this other shit. Man, they were out here playing soccer the other day, right? And this wasn't even for the school. This was just some shit motherfuckers was doing. And a fight broke out. And who was it? They had a group of Ecuadorians out here, and they was just playing. They got their shit and left. Come to find out, they had some, it was some Puerto Rican dudes, it was some Mexican dudes, and that's where the fight broke out. The Ecuadorian dudes just walked away from that shit. You know what I'm saying? And this was the whole shit. So they saying shit in Spanish to each other, racially saying racial shit back and forth. So now, here you over here, you got a fucking high school girl she's Puerto Rican dating a Mexican dude, and none of her Puerto Rican friends want nothing to do with it because of, and then vice versa with the Mexican. Why you dating that fucking Puerto Rican bitch? Blah blah. Y'all understand? See, but it's funny how people always try to overlook the racism in the world. Period. But when something is directed at black folks, we supposed to just take it as usual. Let's just march with signs and cry about it and get on our knees and pray about it. Nah, fuck that. Nah. Our ancestors did all that bullshit that didn't get us nowhere. That's not what the fuck we about. But this generation, that's what this generation produces. Because let's be real. I noticed even when that chick was like, who do y'all want to win? Who do y'all want to win? He's like, oh, Ryan all day. It was one black motherfucker I saw. Oh, Ryan, man. Ryan. I'm like, look at this little coon-ass nigga. And then they said, who do you want to lose the most? She knew what she was asking that question for. And they all yelled out, Devin Haney. Yeah, but I know y'all could sit here and talk all that shit. I know when they saw Devin Haney fight the way he did, they was like, yeah, Ryan gonna kill this motherfucker. Yeah, still think so? And this bitch-made motherfucker probably won't even fight Devin next. But my thing is, see, here we go. It's a Joseph Parker situation somewhat. Only Joseph Parker not sitting back saying, hey, yeah, man, even though I beat Wilder, let him go fight AJ. Let him go fight Daniel Dubois. Let him go fight Usyk. Y'all don't see that shit? Rolly has accepted the role of, let me just play the back. He don't even know what's next. I just want to go take a vacation, man. You know, all this and this and that. Yeah. A bunch of cowards. A bunch of buffoons. A bunch of little softies. I like Devin as a fighter, but Devin, same way, Boots would beat the fuck out of him, man. Boots would beat the shit. I hope, like hell, just for a good fucking laugh. Just for the thrill of being able to sit and rewind that shit back and forth and giggle my motherfucking ass off. I hope somehow Ryan Garcia gets in there with Boots. Because Boots ain't just going out boxing. Boots going to beat the fuck out of him. Boots going to hurt him. Boots going to break his ass down. He going to nullify that little bullshit left hook. And y'all going to see when this motherfucker step up. He already lost the fucking Rolly Romero. You will see real boxing when he steps up and fights somebody like Boots. And Tiafimo, fuck Shakur and Crawford. Of course, you just use names for clout, nigga. You don't want to fight nobody. They all a bunch of little bitches, man. At least Devin Haney was out here trying to fight the very best dudes, and that's what he was going after. Now, he became undisputed at 135. It doesn't mean he becomes undisputed at 147. And I believe that this fight was at this catchweight to see how he handled this weight. Because it don't make no sense to come in there and fight at a catchweight just to go back down to 140. That would be stupid. To be honest with you. Because now your body's grown and you let your body get in there, and now you see what it's like to be in there at that weight. So to be able to make 147 should be easier for him now that he's done it. You see what I'm saying? But like I said, the biggest thing for Dev was Dev not showing, real big power. Clarissa Shields can punch, and everybody that she fights says, nah, Clarissa got power. Don't get it twisted. She might not be getting knockouts, but she got power. And you see what happens. She goes up to fucking heavyweight. She stops at heavyweight. Second fight, she drops at heavyweight. And she fought her with one arm. And if she didn't have that shoulder situation, she probably would have knocked her out too. But, so yeah, that's the thing is, when you're fighting, when somebody has devastating power, the power usually carries up over. But it shows in whatever weight class that they're in. when somebody has respectable power or decent power, what happens is when you go up in weight, especially if you're not really knocking people out as it is, you're not going to really knock anybody out until you fight at a weight where you're like comfortable. Why nobody bitching about Canelo? Everybody's encouraging Canelo to stay at 168. You know, when he knocked out Kovalev, all of a sudden, this motherfucker could beat Anthony Joshua. He's the man. He could fight heavyweights. Then they put the video out of him sparring heavyweights. Yeah, Canelo was, this dude is unbeatable. But when he lost to Bivol, he's too small. For like heavy, big deal. Bivol beat her. Oh yeah, now you mad at Bivol. Bivol. So Bivol was supposed to go in and let the motherfucker win, huh? Yeah. Okay. So what my son is doing starts right now. He's practicing what he's doing starts at 11. So I'm a dip, and I'm gonna come back. But I gotta get this video out, y'all. I had to cook this I had to roast this damn duck, man. This motherfucker, man. Ryan Garcia don't even have footwork. He just he's tall. He steps back. He hops back. You know, but Ryan Garcia is not a fucking complete fighter. He's not that. He's not that. And I'm not going to play neutral, and I'm not going to try to say the politically correct thing. Or even if he wasn't racist, even if Ryan Garcia, if this motherfucker had a different persona and say I liked him as a fighter, I would tell you the same shit. I don't think much of this dude. Same way when I would say I don't think much of Deontay Wilder, and I got all these Deontay Wilder fans trying to tell me what Wilder, I'm like, no, when this motherfucker step up in competition, you're going to see Wilder is not what you saying he is. No different for Ryan Garcia, man. He's flash and flare, he has speed, he has some power, and he talks a lot of shit. And bottom line, I know what a fucking good boxer looks like. This dude is not a good boxer, man. He's an average motherfucker. That's what he is. He's average. And if this motherfucker was a good boxer, there's no fucking way in hell that he loses to Rolly Romero. And Rolly was just doing the basic things he needed to. Keep his right hand high, because when I throw any punch and he's in range, he's going to shoot that left hook, counter that left hook right over my guard, and bow, if my shit is low enough. And he kept that right hand up. And basically, you know, the fact of the matter is, like I said, man, Ryan couldn't figure out shit. He couldn't do anything different. The same bullshit, just jabbing, here and there, just jabbing, jab to the body, just moving some more, posturing, moving some more, you know. And I'm looking at this motherfucker like, look at this motherfucker, man. Even the feints Rolly Romero was giving him was fucking with him. He didn't know, after he got dropped, he started trying to get a little bit aggressive, but he got caught some more shots where he realized, all right, Rolly is strong now. Okay, he this is what I said. Remember when Tank Davis was fighting against Rolly? Remember he went in the corner and Tank was saying to his cornerman, nah, he's strong. He's still strong. He's strong. I'm going to break him down. And Tank was on the back foot moving quick. Right? And you know, Tank, round 6, 7, that's when he started to turn up and start to engage, right? To try to, you know, really start to... Well, when he caught my man reaching and coming in, he dropped him. See, do you understand what I'm saying? Rolly wasn't making them same mistakes against Ryan, reaching and trying to, you know, in fact, trying to get desperate to land a shot. He stayed focused and stayed disciplined. And him just fighting basic. Ryan never once showed in his mind the ability to say, hey, man, you know what? I'm going to turn up because I can see that Rolly is not willing to trade. Rolly is not willing to do anything different than what he's doing right now. And so what ended up happening was really simple. Ryan showed you he wasn't willing to be first in an exchange. He's only willing to be first to try to land a quick hard shot first. But he's not trying to really exchange. Okay, I got him off balance. Let me throw this shot. That's what he was doing. That's what he was doing. Y'all call this motherfucker a good boxer, man, because this motherfucker, you know, got quick hands and got hype behind him. Stop listening to what these people say and watch them and use your own judgment. I don't know how anybody think that they know boxing and think that this motherfucker is a good boxer. Nah, this wasn't no bad night, no off night. No, this motherfucker just fought a dude that showed up and showed you just basic shit can beat this motherfucking dude, man. Basic shit. Now, Bevel beat Canelo with basics, but he's disciplined and he can box. So when somebody beats you with basics, that don't mean that they're not good. But Rolly, we already know, is another average fighter. We know this. But I remember a long time ago, Leonard Ellaby was like, man, Rolly Romero would beat Ryan Garcia's ass. And people were like, oh, I don't know about all that. And I said, see, like, notice what I said. I haven't seen consistency in Rolly. That's my whole thing, was I didn't have faith in this motherfucker. But like I said, he should be able to beat this motherfucker. Because, look, when you have the tools, it doesn't mean that you're going to use them right. Terrence Crawford text that he told Shakur Stevenson before the fight, Rolly's going to win. Now, it's one thing if you're able to even go to training camps and see these dudes and kind of get a better assessment of. So, yeah, I'm not in training camps with these dudes to see what they're doing. But like I said, I go off consistency and shit like that. And Rolly, you know, like I said, he has potential. But like I said, it's because of him being so inconsistent and losing the fight that he lost. I don't know. But he was definitely a cherry pick. Remember, they were supposed to fight before, and then all of a sudden the fight didn't happen. And then dude wound up fighting against Devin. Now, here goes a motherfucker coming here, smaller, flabbier, not all roided up. And I know these racist motherfuckers want to act like they don't know. They didn't notice the difference. No, they saw the difference. We know racist motherfuckers don't care. But your racist bitch got his ass beat last night. He got beat, got outboxed. If he would have got knocked out, it would have been sweeter just for the sake of laughing at his ass. But what's worse is he got outboxed by Rolly fucking Romero. I know them motherfucking race fans home right now still scratching their heads crying, how did it happen? Oh, it's Ivato. I don't know what happened. What happened? He not supposed to lose to Rolly Romero. Oh, no. Yeah, I know they still trying to figure that shit out. I told you motherfuckers, he's an average motherfucking fighter. And pretty much, I'm not shocked that Rolly won at all. I just wasn't sure if he was going to have the discipline to go in there and fight like he was supposed to. This motherfucker, man. I tell you what. Last night, Mario Barrios would have beat. Not even just last night. Mario Barrios is a better fighter than Ryan Garcia. Mario Barrios is a better fighter than him. You know what Mario Barrios don't have? Hype behind him. Outside of fighters having a puncher's chance, there's several fighters we can sit and look at and you know, this dude ain't that good. He's been in the right fights, that's all. Once again, look at Ryan Garcia's resume. And you tell me where this dude is a fucking great fighter, good fighter. Show me what he's done. Here's a motherfucker that at one point was talking about he didn't care about belts. Rolly was saying the same shit. Oh, man, who cares about belts? It's about having social media following and stuff like that. Nobody cares about belts. Ain't that what the fuck they both were saying? A motherfucker who don't care about nothing but except trying to be a star, trying to be some superstar. Bitch ass, you apologize to your fucking baby's mother because you a fucking and you're threatening her and talking about you got some fucking dude in here. Obsessive ass motherfucking controlling ass motherfucking. She called the cops on your stupid ass. You dumb bitch. And then you in here, all he's trying to do is maintain a relationship with his daughter. He didn't want shit to happen where his reputation gets tarnished that way. He don't care about the racist shit. Why you think that motherfucker didn't apologize? Never checked this bitch ass into rehab either. Yeah, but all that shit that people try to make excuses for. If any one of you bitch-made motherfuckers think I'm gonna sit here and take it light on him, fuck that motherfucker. Fuck him. And anytime I see situations where motherfuckers is dying, motherfuckers is being beaten and killed by cops, this racist ass country got fucking politicians in positions where they're purposely trying to make life harder for black people, and you think a motherfucker gonna say some shit like that and I'm gonna sit back, oh, two rights don't make it wrong. Man, fuck that and fuck you. I don't like a lot of people. I don't mind being a bad guy. Because that just means I stand up for what I'm supposed to. And a pussy ass generation of people that's all with this whole turn the other cheek, man, fuck that. Fuck all of that. I'm not forgiving like that. Derrick James, when this nigga ball you up and throw you in the garbage, and you call yourself trying to fucking promote more black fighters or whatever, and them black fighters lose fights, and you go from being trainer of the year to people calling you a bum ass trainer like they already been doing and talking shit about you, your stupid ass put yourself in this position. I'm going to train this racist motherfucker to try to beat another fucking black fighter or any other fighter for that matter. This dude is a racist, a disrespectful, punk, soft, bitch ass racist. A nigga that quit in the corner. This is who the fuck quit on it, took a knee and quit. This is who the fuck you chose to motherfucking train. And this nigga trying to replace you with Eddie Reynoso. You stupid, bald-headed motherfucker, you. And this is what I'm talking about. Everybody, all they care about is money, money, money. Nah. And this generation, a motherfucker could walk up to you and be like, hey, look, nigga, you know, if I had my way, I'd rape your mother, I'd rape your kid, your wife, I'd piss down her throat and everything. But, you know, I just might go to jail, so I won't. Oh, by the way, nigga, I need you to train me. Yes, sir, master. What times you want me to be there, I'll be there for you. Because that money is all I cares about, master. Yeah, fuck out of here with that goofy shit. Punk ass motherfucker. I don't give a fuck about no Ryan Garcia. You little roasted, big-nosed duck bitch. That's what you are. And pretty much, Rolly didn't beat you the way Boots would. You don't even deserve a fight with Boots. I just hope you get one. And I hope every fucking thing you said about George Floyd happens to you. I don't know George Floyd. I don't know his family, but I know that you a racist, bitch-made motherfucker. And I don't say things that I don't mean. So when you say the shit that you said, the same shit you said, I hope it all happens to you. Yeah, and if something happens to your family, if people in your family start going through shit, yeah, anything, just remember what you said and how you disrespected a whole race of people because we live in a pussy-ass time where stupid black motherfuckers won't put their fucking feet down. But your bitch ass ain't walking without bodyguards. You not gonna take your punk ass nowhere near where danger is gonna be. You know you not. You don't walk these streets. You ain't no tough guy. You ain't no street dude. You ain't nothing but a little bitch-made motherfucker that people done hyped you up. You done made some money in the sport that you don't even respect. But once again, being in a bitch-ass era, you can get away with that kind of shit, huh? Yeah, you know when not to take your punk ass. You know when not to go, you little pale bitch. Fuck you. That's why you got your ass whooped by Rolly fucking Romero. Nigga, I said I was going to roast you, and I'm roasting you for real. I don't like you. I don't like nothing about you. I don't like your stupid ass stance, your dumb fucking Ricky Ricardo looking hairstyle, your skinny, long, bony ass face. I don't like nothing about you, you bitch-made motherfucker. I don't like nothing about you. Nothing about you. Now, Rolly Romero, the fact that you are willing to step aside, who knows? Maybe they promised him another fight. Who knows? I don't know. But they definitely wanted to try to protect or prevent, should I say, anything from getting involved in that rematch between Devin and Ryan. Now, after what y'all saw last night, do you see a super fight between the two of them? Devin may not be the same in the rematch. based on last night, Ryan won't be the same because he's no longer on PED'S. Yeah, So, bottom line is, if you want to see gladiators fight, you want to see two respectable fighters going in and fight, that's completely different. But when you the type of fucking people that you don't care that the fighter that you like is racist and a fucking and on fucking steroids, a fucking drug cheat, and a liar, you motherfuckers are all the same. That's the whole point. You support not just your countrymen, you support a scumbag when you are a scumbag. That's exactly what y'all have shown. And no matter what excuses y'all make, he got his ass whooped by Rolly fucking Romero. Of all people, Rolly Romero. And I'm going to tell you right now, see, this is part of the reason why when people start to learn to stand up and fight, when people start to learn to stand on their square and don't take no shit, racist people will separate themselves from you regardless. But they'll know not to fuck with you. Don't mistake these pussy-ass black people that you see for the real ones. And that's why, even when fucking Terrence Crawford stood there telling Tiafimo, tell the people why you said what you said, I ain't got to whoop his ass. Everybody was like, that's some clown shit, Terrence, because let's be real, you know Tio's a bitch. He's a pussy. That's why he won't say what he's saying in front of you. But you all that making all that noise and yell, you know damn well people going to separate y'all. They're not going to let y'all fight. This is what I'm talking about, man. Stop doing shit for the cameras. What's real is what's real. I'm going to tell you something, man. I came up in the neighborhood. When I first came to that neighborhood, it was all European. It was Polish people. It was a lot of Portuguese. It was people from, like, Polish people was there, Russians. I mean, it was, period. I don't know my mother and father's mindset at the time of bringing us there. They had several churches in that time. So I don't know if my mother and father see all this biblical shit where you have black people that thought if I live in a white neighborhood, that shows that I made it. Or if I live in a white neighborhood, maybe I don't know. I don't know what their mindset was. But that's what the neighborhood was when we first moved to it. Through time, the more black people and other people of color that came in, the white people moved out. And then all these different people of color just couldn't get along. So I went from watching white people be racist to us to black people being racist to us. And in fact of the matter is, when all this shit was going on, there was a couple of times where people thought they was going to violate and disrespect with that word nigga. And we ain't never let nobody get away with that shit. And motherfuckers knew to never come to us with that shit. Ain't nobody ever came to us talking about no fucking, can I have a pass to say the N-word? Ain't nobody ever came to us and said that shit, they get their fucking jaw wired up and dumped on their motherfucking head and they teeth. None of that shit ain't never happened. Without, there was no, oh shit, oh, yo man, what you, nah. They knew. My era was different from my parents' era. And their fear of dirty cops trying to do shit to us, they saying a whole lot of shit. We didn't have that fear. We used to get pissed. And I remember sitting there watching the riots and stuff and watching them turn the water hoses on these black people, sicking dogs on them and shit and everything. Even now when I see that shit, that shit infuriates me, man. I'm sitting there like, bitch ass motherfuckers, man. I'm watching this shit, but I'm also noticing how that same racism was still there. The intent was there. The mindset was there. They never seen us differently. And it made it so difficult to know who's a good person and who wasn't. So when you seeing white skin, you ain't know what to expect. But we wasn't walking around scared of that shit. So it was like, if this bitch don't say hi, I ain't saying hi to him or her either. You know, and it didn't mean that I trust you because you speak, but it was just like, you grow and you start to, like, the thing is, you're not trying to be racist. You're not racist. You're just being protective because you don't know what the fuck these people are thinking. And then, too, when I would watch how they would talk about the forefathers of this country, like these raping, murderous, racist-ass people, you motherfuckers think we don't know the history? You talking about these motherfuckers like you gonna overlook, you see what I'm saying? You gonna overlook what these people did to our people? And we supposed to give a fuck about these motherfuckers because of some shit they accomplished in this raggedy ass country? And fuck that bullshit. We don't give a fuck. We don't care about what they did. We care about what the fuck they did to us. And y'all don't. And the more you see that, the more you don't know how to see these people. So when you hear Muhammad Ali say, if I have, he said, let's say if I have like 10 good white people, or however he phrased it, 5 or 10, whatever it was, good white people that, and he acknowledged that, yeah, he met some white people that were good people. But what he said is, now, let's say, these motherfuckers be getting their driver's license from cereal boxes, man. Slow your dumb ass down. It's 15 fucking miles per hour, bitch. So, when he says, now, let's say we got, 5, 10, whatever, 15 good white people, right? That'll vouch for me, that'll stand up for me and everything. Now, let's say I got 10,000 white people that's racist coming at me. Now, am I supposed to expect these 5, 10, 15 good white people to protect me and make sure I'm okay? Or am I supposed to look out for myself and make sure that I got my people on my side to back me up? You think that's racist? You live in a country that's not even for you. Look at what they did to Muhammad Ali. They revoked this man's boxing license because he wouldn't go fight for this raggedy ass, sorry ass country. And like you said, Vietnam, he never called me no nigga. Well, at least not to his face anyway. But you understand what I'm saying? Why? Well, this ain't my war. This place is right here. I'm not even free in my country right here. Y'all want me to go fight for a country I can't even. This place is right now in Miami Beach. I can't even go to, and I'm the heavyweight champ of the world. See, no, let's not look at the reality and the details of what Ali was saying and why he was saying it. Let's just look at it and play it and say, see, look at this racist stuff he said. Nah, you bitch ass niggas. No, Ali wasn't racist. Ali wasn't being racist. Ali understood the mindset of the people around us. He understands what white supremacy is. And he also understands that nobody is trying to do anything to abolish white supremacy. And he understood that shit. So here, Ryan Garcia, your stupid bitch ass, you might be here legally, you dumb fuck, but people from your fucking country did not see your stupid ass stand up there looking dumb, throwing punches, trying to fucking impress Donald Trump. But it's your people that ICE is sending fucking back. Yeah, you dumb fuck. Here's the president of the United States saying he want to send Americans over to these poor ass foreign countries and shit. Inmates, not inmates, whatever. People who he feels not productive. This is a fucking racist piece of shit. And your bitch ass over here cooning for him, trying to impress him. Fuck you. You another Trump. That's what you are. And all your people. Oh, I got the videos. I can post this shit for you motherfuckers. I vote for Trump. We vote for Trump. Yeah. Yeah. And as soon as that motherfucker got in, they deported that same fucking woman, her kids, and the husband sitting up there. Yeah, all the motherfuckers. Yeah, y'all seen it day one in the job. What happened? Mexicans, Latin, everybody. Oh, they just walking, got y'all in cuffs. They got little Mexican kids going to school, being snatched off of fucking school buses, stopping them in the fucking parking lot, at the driveway of their homes, sending them back. Little kids, right? And then the husband stand up here. I don't know what happened because we vote for the Trump, but then the even the sign, I had the sign in front of my house. I vote for the Trump, but then they send my family. They take my family, and I don't know what happened. Yeah, exactly. And I'm supposed to feel sorry for you racist motherfuckers for standing up here because they then took your families away and did all that, and you bitch-made motherfuckers that was sitting up here motherfucking cheering for this racist piece of shit that said what he said about my motherfucking people, and I'm supposed to give a fuck about what's happening to y'all? Nigga, y'all just getting a little taste of what the fuck we've been dealing with. Because we didn't come here, bitch. We was born here. You don't have to come here. We not leaving America sneaking into fucking Mexico. We not doing none of that shit. We not leaving sneaking into Haiti. Trying to sneak into... We not doing that shit. Yeah. And then you gonna come to this bitch trying to be racist against me? Trying to be racist against my people? And then all of a sudden, my black brothers and sisters of America, we need you. Yeah, when the fuck was y'all at for us during the Million Man marches and any other fucking time we protested? Where the fuck was y'all then, right? Okay, so you see the point what I'm fucking telling you. This openly racist bitch-made motherfucker named Ryan Garcia. Y'all cheered and applauded this motherfucker. So if I know you applaud this bitch-ass nigga and y'all think this motherfucker some hero, fuck you. I don't want nothing to do with none of you motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck if you black or whoever you are. I don't fuck with nobody that support Ryan Garcia. He's a bitch. A ugly, skinny, alien, bone-faced bitch. That's what the fuck he is. This has nothing to do with Mexican people as a whole, or anybody as a whole. The motherfuckers that support this nigga, fuck y'all. Fuck every one of you motherfuckers. And I mean this shit. Plain and fucking simple. You motherfuckers walking around, yeah, but Bernard Hopkins said he'll never let a white boy beat him. Devin Haney said he'll never let a white boy beat him. Y'all keep bringing that shit up. Constantly. Bernard said that shit over a decade ago. Y'all still bringing that shit up. Yeah. So when Ryan said what he says, let me tell you something, Mexican people, y'all dumbasses isn't white. You're not white, dumbass. If you was, you wouldn't be fucking getting deported, stupid ass motherfuckers. And you over here cheering for this nigga and we supposed to give a fuck about what's happening to the people, to these racist motherfuckers? Nah. I vote for Trump. We vote for Trump. Yeah! You screaming and hollering just like that right now, trying to get your fucking green card to come back and nah, nigga, ain't no green card, nothing. Your ass is cooked. This is what the fuck I'm talking about. I sat down with some people, man, not too long ago, and they was like, man, we was coming up, man. Blacks and Latinos always got along. I'm like, nah, that's not true. That ain't fucking true. It ain't that we always got along. It was always the same way. You had certain people that was cool as fuck, and we got along. It was never as a whole, we didn't, nope. It was never that. And in fact, as I remember it, there would be a building full of nothing but Ecuadorians. You go a couple blocks up, there was nothing but Puerto Ricans in that building. You go around the corner, nothing but Mexicans in that building. And y'all motherfuckers didn't even like each other. You understand what I'm saying? So it was never like that. Same way, you got Haitians, Jamaicans, Guyanese, Trinidad, and nobody liked nobody. Everybody stuck to their native tongue. I remember this shit. I'm like, stop pumping that shit up, man. It was never I said, the difference in the town we grew up in was because the discrimination and the racism from the school systems, from the police, you understand, different businesses that didn't want you. Yeah, that shit was directed at anybody that was not white American or, shit like that. Now, when you seen Polish people and all that, and you didn't know what the fuck they were. All you know is their skin looked white. You understand what I'm saying? So you didn't know what they were. Unless their store said like Polish deli or some shit like that. And you go in their store and they looking at you like they don't want you. Fuck you. Bitch, I'll spend my money somewhere else. And what's the problem? You didn't have a bunch of black-owned stores. You didn't have a bunch of Latino-owned stores. You understand what I'm saying? So what did you do? You went where the fuck you went. And I thought about the stories my father told me about how he was coming up like, damn, man, like, yeah, the shit that he dealt with. And I'm like, nah. And that shit, it always gave me that cringe feeling. Picture your father and mother going somewhere, boy, you can't sit down and eat here. Or if you're gonna eat here, you gotta turn and face the wall and shit. What? Nah, that shit. So I don't take that racist shit lightly. So I will never, ever look at this nigga like he's a good dude. Fuck this nigga. And like I said, if Derrick James bitch ass had any fucking backbone, he'd have told that motherfucker, nah, nigga, you disrespect me and my people, nigga. You gonna do this shit. You disrespected us on camera, and you gonna motherfucking apologize on camera. And I need to know that you mean this shit, and you ain't mean none of that shit that you said. To be real with you, I want to punch you in your fucking face. Yeah, but your bitch ass ain't gonna come in this motherfucker, smile at me and act like shit is all good. And like I said, I won't even be surprised if this motherfucker never said any apology to Derrick James. That's some real bitch ass shit, man. You know how many fucking times the type of shit I do for people, I don't give a fuck where these people are from. You know how many Mexican families I done help? You know how many Latino families, how many Haitian families? Do you know how many countless people? I ain't looking at nobody, white families, because of your skin color. But once I find out what you stand for, man, fuck you, man. I don't deal with that kind of shit. And then when black people stand together and stick together, like you see black neighborhoods, and when you got black-owned businesses, and they're only hiring black people. You bitch-ass nigga, you can't go nowhere in no other country and see a motherfucking town called Black American Town. But you sure as fuck can go to different cities in America, Chinatown, Little Italy. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. Cities where it's named after people from other countries, and guess what? That's all who the fuck live in there. That's all who the fuck own businesses there. And here you gonna fucking talk shit about people opening business in a fucking country that they were born in? And when we call you fucking racist, we don't know what we talking about? Fuck you. And I'm breaking this all down because I want y'all to know where this shit is coming from. It ain't just no one incident type of shit. I don't deal with motherfuckers like that, man. So when black people be like, go back to where the fuck you from then. You know why black people say it? It's different. See, racist white Americans that say it don't want nobody here that's not white American, period. When black people say, well, why the fuck don't you go back where you from? It ain't because you from somewhere else. Now, them sellout black motherfucking cooning ass motherfuckers might mean it that way. Fuck them, because I don't deal with coons either. But people like myself, when we say that shit, you know why we saying it? Because you niggas come over here talking about, back home I got the farm, I got my goat and my cow and my chicken and everything. I bet it's much better back home. So why the fuck did you sneak over here? Why the fuck don't you want to go back home? If everything back home is better, why the fuck you here? And then you gonna come here trying to knock black people, nigga? Fuck you, then go back to where the fuck you from. That's racist? No, nigga. What's racist is the shit coming out your fucking mouth. Talking that bullshit about a country that you don't have to be in, that you stuck in. Nigga, you ain't even come here legally. Ain't come here criticizing. Fuck you. That's why the fuck black people say that shit to motherfuckers. Y'all don't think about shit like that though, do you? I don't have to be here. I got a farm. I got chickens. I got cows. Yeah, got me a couple of moo-moos. Yeah. Got me a goat. Make goat cheese, goat milk, I got all this luxury at home. But for some reason, I'm going to pass all that out to come to America. And then complain and talk like the country's supposed to be designed for me. Yet these black motherfuckers who've been here way before we even fucking had a thought of coming to America, these motherfuckers been suffering and going through this shit and fighting for justice and equality and equal fucking rights and civil fucking rights and still fighting for that shit. And we gonna come here all of a sudden, the country's supposed to be designed to fit our fucking needs. Man, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Now, that all being said, I'm mad cool and got love for so many people from different places. And we all have a fucking understanding. Because anybody around me need to fucking know. I don't deal with half-ass people. I don't deal with that kind of shit. And believe me, it's several times where I saved several non-blacks and blacks from people beating the piss out of them. And they don't understand. Real people ain't going for that fucking, Lord, please help us, Lord. Lord, we at your mercy, Lord. Lord, your word says, ask and ye shall receive. Lord, we come to you again, Lord, and I know we're not worthy, Lord. Your word says, from dust we come, and to dust we shall return, Lord. But, Lord, we need you now more than ever, Lord. Lord, 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 shut your bitch ass up. And that's what the fuck y'all used to. Yeah, that's the picture y'all got. These black dudes, a bunch of homosexuals and femboys and little sissies, and these niggas ain't no fighters. They ain't tough. Ain't nothing about these niggas. I'm sorry, but the era of the black guy's over. You know, this is the European era. I'm sorry, but Lomachenko's the white boy that could have beat you. Yeah, anybody can say what they want, and y'all find a way to justify it. Justify Rolly Romero beating the fuck out of a bitch-ass racist Ryan Garcia last night. Fuck out of here with that goofy shit. And notice, I'm not sitting here, no, fuck that nigga, man. Like I told you, he's just an average fucking fighter, man. That's all he is. Nothing special about him. Flash and flare, hand speed and power, don't know how to control distance. He just keeps himself in a safe zone trying to stay away. That's what he does. Just like when he got dropped by Luke Campbell, same shit, man. Same shit, squaring up the wrong way, opening up, thinking his speed is going, he can just beat him to the punch all the time. Which is what happened when he got his bitch ass up. But that's what I'm telling you. And it's not just because you get knocked down. No, it's boxing. Shit happens. If you get a broke jaw, you get broke ribs. Hey, man, it's boxing. But bottom line is, you're not going to fucking sit here and tell me, I know what the fuck a good box is. I know what a good brawler is. I know what a boxer punch is. You're not going to tell me this nigga can box and get me to agree with that bullshit. You see him as a good boxer, more power to you. This motherfucker's average. And he got beat by another average motherfucker. That's who he got beat by. Barbosa would have fucked him up last night. This motherfucker, all that race shit he talked, and now all of a sudden, yeah, where was all that shit last night? No excuses, Rolly Romero he did a great job, and, good job, hats off to him, this and this and this. Oh, well, yeah, the layoff, I didn't think it took a lot off me. I hadn't fight the gear, Yeah, nigga, because you got caught dirty. You was on steroids, bitch. You cheated. You should have got longer than that. You should have been banned. Oh, you blame the steroids on fucking Haney's. You blamed it on Diddy. You blamed it on whoever that doctor, forget his fucking name. Everybody. But somehow, it got in your system. So I guess the Haney's tied you down and shoved steroids down your throat, huh? Or shot a needle up your fucking bony ass or some shit. Nah, nigga, you got caught. Say it like it is. Stop trying to play the victim. You got caught. The shit was in your system, but you don't know how it got there. And your bitch ass got caught, and you had to fight this fight clean. You had to make weight in this fight. Yeah, like you didn't do all the shit you didn't do, and then Haney's let you get away with it. The Nevada State the Athletic Commission let you get away with it. And bottom line, you went there and you fought dirty. Your bitch ass manager Oscar De La Hoya talked about how you knocked Devin Haney out. You didn't knock Devin Haney out. You knocked him down 3 times and he kept getting up, and you couldn't even finish off a dead man. Y'all know I wasn't gonna sit here and play nice with this nigga. I don't like him. Fuck him. I don't like him. Fuck him. Everybody want to keep talking about their people, their country, and all that. Well, there, nigga, I'm doing the same thing now. Only I'm doing it in defense. I'm swinging back. This ain't no motherfucking racist attack on people. Fucking racist. Y'all motherfuckers question people about being on PED'S that never pop dirty ever. People that pop dirty for PED'S, y'all make excuses for them and try to, maybe it was this or maybe it was that. No, maybe it's because the motherfucker got caught, bitch. So how did it feel when you got knocked down in the second round? How did it feel when you knew before that decision was announced that your ass lost to Rolly Romero? How did that feel? Huh? How did that feel, bitch? And bitches who was sitting up there crossing y'all fingers, crying, biting y'all fingernails, hoping that he get the knockout because y'all knew he lost some points. How did that feel? This is your King Ryan. King of what? The king of what? Imagine if they had a league where you could do steroids legally. Oh, that'd be so fucking cool. Yeah. We didn't care if Ryan Garcia did drugs. We didn't care if he was on PED'S. We didn't care if he killed Devin Haney in the ring. We didn't care what he did. We don't care about what he said about George Floyd. We don't care that he's racist. We're racist too, and we back him up because we're all the same. Fuck you and him. Fuck all of you motherfuckers that support this bitch ass nigga. Fuck all of you motherfuckers that sit here and make excuses for this nigga. And fuck all of you motherfuckers that's too soft to put your foot down and stand on business like you're supposed to. So all of that moving forward and you know, forgive and all that shit and love thy enemy, man, suck my dick. Fuck all of y'all. All of y'all. Fuck y'all. And anybody looking in this camera, no, I'm not saying this shit just to say it. Fuck all of y'all. He got beat by Rolly Romero. But I hope he getting there. Even a Brian Norman. But no, I know Boots will put the beats on this motherfucker properly. Yeah, like he need his jaw both sides broken. He needs some broken ribs. He need to swallow like pints of his own blood. Yeah, he need his eye sockets detached. He need all that shit done to him. How the fuck I'ma sit here and support an evil motherfucker like him? How I'ma sit up here and listen, man, let me tell you some shit, man. Y'all can go through all my videos. You done heard me fucking get at the Haneys. You done heard me get at Floyd. You done heard me get at Deontay. You done heard me get at AJ. You done heard me get at Paulie Malignaggi. You done heard me get at Tyson Fury. You done heard me get at everybody. You ain't never heard me pull no punches because of nobody's nationality or skin color. And I'm not going to start doing that shit now. But I'm making y'all understand. I'm black. I'm proud of who I am and what I am. And I'm proud of my people. And for them loser motherfuckers that everybody want to project this is what black people are, now fuck y'all and fuck them motherfuckers. Because they don't represent me. I represent me. But that is deliberate. No different from when they show videos of these starving African kids and the flies and shit all on them and all that. And what do? As usual, no. That's why when we was kids, we didn't even know Africa had cities and cars and shit. That we didn't even know that shit because we never saw that. Just like the other day, I seen this white chick with braids, dreadlocks in her hair. This motherfucker went to the Congo. She's converting Africans to accept Jesus. Once again, Serena Williams, she done went out this motherfucker and built schools and shit. But see, if you black, they only look at you a certain way if you a celebrity. So no, this is by design. And this ain't a shot at the white race in general. No, this is the truth about what the fuck white supremacists do and what white people in general who have an agenda is doing. So when these black Africans look up, they motherfucker out there dipping them in water, baptizing them, right? And I'm like, once again, somebody who's supposed to do something so-called righteous, what color is their skin? So now here these black people again being introduced to an invisible Jesus through somebody with white skin. And these would be the same ones, just like the Ethiopian on the Ethiopian Bible. What Ethiopian you know named Gabriel? Huh? What African you know named Peter? Huh? That's like motherfucking meeting a white dude named Kasavubu, T'Chaka, Shaka Zulu. The fuck out of here. Even in the Ethiopian Bible, all these angels got these European fucking names. Y'all still don't see the pattern, no? Y'all don't understand what's happening? So yes, Jesus sent this pretty white woman with these long dreadlocks and yeah, to save us. And they all here, what the fuck are you doing all that shit? What the fuck are you praying to? Nigga, you don't even know what those Jesus look like. What the fuck is all that? I had to roast this motherfucking duck. Fuck him. I don't like him, y'all. I never will like him. Even if that motherfucker apologized, I'm going to see it as this nigga just trying to save face because his career falling off of some shit. Fuck that nigga, man. Bitch ass. bitch ass. Yeah, Derek James, like I said, when he throw your ass to the fucking garbage can, he ain't gonna throw you in the garbage can. He's gonna leave your ass on the ground. Like he don't even respect you enough to throw you in the garbage can. He's gonna throw you on the sidewalk. Let's see how your career goes then. You lost Errol Spence. Frank Martin is, yeah, Frank Martin, you know. Who's looking at Frank Martin like he's the next big thing? Who you got left, Derek? Huh? Because if this fucking racist piece of shit is your bread and butter, what you got left? He's trying to leave you for Eddie Reynoso. Yeah. 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 And here you are trying to train a racist to get rich and feed his racist family. Because your bitch ass. Motherfuckers, man. Y'all supposed to be pioneers in this shit. Y'all supposed to be fucking ring generals. Y'all supposed to be, yet here you are. Here you are. Motherfucker, if Ryan Garcia had his way, you'd be shining his fucking shoes, motherfucker, and milking cows out in his yard and shit. And eating on the back porch with the fucking chickens and other animals. The fuck kind of shit is that, man? That shit remind me. Y'all remember on The Greatest? I remember when they did the interview with Ali about the movie, and they asked him about things. He's like, yeah, everything that you seen him playing, that he did, that happened in his life. Like, remember when he was working for these people, and he was petting the dog? He was sitting there, and the lady came out and said, oh, please don't pet the dogs. It'll confuse them. They won't know who to go for in a race ride. Just imagine that shit. Working for somebody, and they telling you shit like that. Now imagine everything. Just think about everything that Ryan said. And of all people, this nigga's trainer is a nigga. Yeah. But you anti-black, but your trainer's black. But Aries, that's the thing. He didn't mean it. Shut your bitch ass up. Yeah. Yeah. So after him saying what he said, do you think anybody gives a fuck what happens to his family? Just like he didn't give a fuck about how George Floyd's family probably felt about that shit. The people that witnessed what happened to George Floyd. A whole race of people that give a fuck about, you know, what happens to us and how we're treated, how we fit in this world. Yeah, did he give a fuck? So we supposed to give a fuck about his racist ass and anybody that supports him? Nah. Bitch made motherfucker got your ass beat last night. You ain't shit, and Rolly Romero ain't shit, and he whooped your ass. Yeah. See, all of y'all thought, and I'm gonna tell you, the real race fans didn't want Devin to win. They wanted him to lose regardless. They don't care about a rematch. They don't want a rematch. They don't want the possibility of Devin winning a rematch. They wanted. They thought for sure Ryan was gonna go in there and knock out Rolly. They thought, and they was hoping that Devin lost anyway. They say, look, this motherfucker can't even see. If Devin Haney is damaged and not the same fighter due to injury, like stuff that he sustained in the fight, they would be cheering and clapping. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. But Devin won his fight. It was underwhelming, but he won. Ryan lost to Rolly fucking Romero. Yeah, Rolly Romero. And this motherfucker, King Ryan. Yeah. Anyway, I'm tired of talking about this bitch ass, racist, skinny ass, weird, fucking Evil Dead, ashy in the face looking motherfucker when he turned to that fucking demon. Fuck this nigga, man. Anyway, y'all. Salute to everybody who stand on business. Salute to everybody that understand what racism is. Salute to everybody that understands the troubles in this world, that people wake up every day going to work trying to feed their families. You got good people doing it. You got terrible people doing it. You don't know who's who. And this is why good people need to come together. This is why good people need to raise their voices and be heard and make it known. Because you see what happens. The so-called good people are always the ones that's like, shh. Nah, not me. And you know the thing is, I'm not even arrogant. I just don't give a fuck. And I explain that because A lot of times I hear black people say shit like, I'm arrogant, I'm this, I'm that. They say that shit like that's proud, like a proud, something proud to be proud of. Nah, I don't like arrogant people. I don't get along with arrogant people. Once I understand what you are, though, that determines what type of relationship we gonna have, if we gonna have any at all. And bottom line is, I don't fuck with bitch-made motherfuckers. And did I mention that Ryan Garcia is a bitch? I'm not the only one that knows he's a bitch. He knows he's a bitch. Rolly Romero knows he's a bitch. Everybody that watched him fight last night knows he's a bitch. And, I mean, there's really nothing else to say about him except for he's a bitch. Talk to me in the comment section, y'all. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hair to people. And I will catch y'all on the next video. And this fucking duck is officially roasted.